Welcome back to episode 110 of Tall Boy Radio, and this is the episode that we tried to make maybe 2-3 months ago, something like that. So we are joined all the way from San Antonio, Texas.
That's right. By
my cousin Beau. He's made the journey, kept hold of his passport nice and tight.
I didn't.
Pass that responsibility over.
The wife had it, yes.
The whiskey was held tighter.
That's right.
The whiskey was better secured.
All true.
So, we've got our regular host here, so which one of you guys wants to say hello first?
Hi guys, lovely to be back. Feeling much more like myself after my BMX incident. Just for those people that are curious, I'm drinking a Lupaloid out of a genuine Tall Boy Radio merch, and just in case that goes, then a Punk IPA. Yeah, great to be back. Missed chatting to the guys. Look forward to where this is going to go.
I was about to say, you need to say you're looking forward to it at least 2 or 3 times like you normally do, dude.
Yeah.
Andy?
Howdy. I'm glad Gaz is feeling himself.
Yeah.
On the old spewy as well. Got plenty of whiskies.
Well,
it's going to be a long podcast.
That's it. That's it. It's not just beer tonight. Gaz has alluded to what we've got in terms of the beer in front of us. But there's a few whiskies and the tequila here, which actually sounds very interesting that you brought with us. So, do you want to say hello to the viewers and tell us a little bit about yourself, dude?
Well, I appreciate everything, everybody coming over tonight. I was looking forward to this for a long time. So here I am, the passport's safe. I brought some whiskeys tonight, and I have just tasted my first Lef, and I'm the biggest fan now on Tall Boy Radio podcast glasses. So thank you for having me, and let's see where everything goes tonight.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. Now, normally when we do a podcast, we have it all planned out in front of us, but we have zero plans for tonight, so I'm going to be interested to see where this goes. But one of the things I think we need to touch on first, like Beau says, there's a few beers that people have picked up on that we're known for drinking, yeah?
Yeah.
So Lef being one of them. Which are the favourite beers then that you've tried since you've been over here, and which are the ones you haven't enjoyed?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, I just tasted the Lef less than 5 minutes ago, and that is my absolute favorite. Delirium would be second. You brought a Desperado over.
The whiskey sour, yeah.
Whiskey sour, which I would buy right now and bring it back with me, no problem. But what was the Duval?
So yeah, so we
Not
had
my favorite.
No, so we had 2 Duval last night. You didn't like
Right.
the regular. I think the triple hops was slightly better.
Yes.
You'd probably say that as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same though. I said to Adam and said to Beau, out of Delirium, Lef, Duval. Sorry, my apologies. Duval is probably my least favourite out of those 3, and I think we were sort of chatting, myself and Beau, sort of off camera, and I think our palates are very similar, and Beau seems to enjoy the type of beers that I like as well, and I've sort of spoken to Beau about Lef before, and he absolutely loves it now, so I'm really pleased that he likes that, because I love that drink, and I know that regular listeners will know that I like Lef. But again, out of Lef, Delirium, Duval is probably the least of the 3 that I prefer. So,
What about yourself, dude?
Oh, yeah, it's Lef all day for me. I was going to say, then you have to go to Cafe Rouge, innit? Because they do it. Is it half a cask or something like that? But it has just an extra bit of flavour to it. Like
and there's a there's a pub in Osage though that does Lef, I believe,
on the Lodge.
On draft, and it's the Lodge. So that will be one if you do like Lef. The Lodge is definitely a place that we need to go to.
Well, we're out on Saturday night, so we'll pay a visit to there as well.
Right.
I think, yeah. So we're off. We're off to Edinburgh tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you're a whiskey fan, which I know Andy is, and actually you tried a little bit of whiskey earlier, didn't you?
I did try a little bit of whiskey, and I for years I've never really drank it, not really enjoyed it. I wonder whether or not my mum was a bit of an influence on that, but never massively enjoyed it. But Adam said, try it, it's got a little bit of an aftertaste. So I did try a little bit, and I did admit it wasn't the worst drink that I've ever tasted. It's not a massive favourite, and it will probably take me a while to get used to drinking it, but it wasn't horrendous, and it wasn't a bad experience. So,
Well, it may not be the worst drink you have tonight.
I believe we have some tequila, so maybe not. We haven't got the Duchess, though, have we?
The Duchess is not here.
See, that's a shame.
So do you want to tell us about these whiskies that you brought with us?
Sure. So the first one I brought was Texas Ranger, and this is from the Rebecca Creek Distillery, which is near San Antonio, Texas. This is the one that I go to. It's not very expensive, and this is about how they sell it. This is it.
It's a
this
great
is
size
it.
bottle.
So
Great size bottle.
on a good weekend, this is gone by myself. So it's just a blended whiskey. It's a little bit darker than Rebecca Creek, and I think it's because of the barrels that they use. Probably have been charred a little bit more, but this is a great whiskey. You want to hand me that one over there? So this is the Rebecca Creek. This is my wife actually got me started on this, and this to me is amazing. I couldn't bring anything over 40%.
No.
So actually, I could have.
You can take stuff back, though. That's the good news.
I could have brought it over here because no one stopped me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And I was actually trying to be cautious of the rules over here, but yeah. So I have the Rebecca Creek, and we have the Texas Ranger, and we're probably going to get through some of this tonight.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
What I like about this is, one, it's massive. Two, you drink it shot glass. Nice little handle.
Everybody calls that a handle of whiskey. Yeah, that's what we call it in Texas, a handle of whiskey.
Oh, that's awesome. And what about this tequila that you brought as well? Because it's something unusual. It's not just any old tequila, is it?
Yeah, so this tequila here, I did not know what else to bring with me. I wanted to make sure that, of course, I was abiding by the rules. And all the other whiskeys were above 40%. So I asked the lady at the liquor store, what about a tequila? And she goes, are you going to shoot it or mix it? I said, we're going to shoot it. And she said, this is the best one. I've never tried it. She said, this is the best one. Make sure you chill it, but this is the best one. Tremana, I guess, is that what it's called? So we'll find out later what that's all about. But it's whiskey barrel rested. Meaning, at the end of the process, they stuck it in a whiskey barrel.
It's palatable.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, Andy's interest in it.
Exactly.
I just say blah 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 whiskey.
So, if you listen to the past podcast, so the previous podcast that we had Beau on, the idea was obviously, I'm going to labour the point too much, that he, hopefully would have been here, but because of passport issues, he wasn't. But do you want to tell us a little bit about your journey here and just the whole experience? Because, even from, we're okay going over all ground, but obviously the perspective from your point of view, that we've shared it a couple of times on the podcast about how you and I found out we're related. But I'd just be interested to hear how you found it in the UK, meeting myself and meeting my brother. Right.
So, first off, for anybody who followed the last time that I was on, they found my passport in the airport. They actually found it in the airport and shipped it back to me a month later.
Right.
So I'd already ordered another one. Nobody was trying to use my image. So I have it somewhere in storage. I'm supposed to send it back at some point. So that was the first thing. So I came here last... Thursday. I flew out Thursday on a red eye. Landed Friday and at Heathrow, and my brother, who lives in Jordan's, came and picked me up. You're talking about a quiet little town. There's no way you could be stressed at all living there. If money wasn't an option or working, that's exactly probably where I would live. Except they don't have any pubs.
No.
That's a problem. Straight away, that's a problem.
Yeah. But I remember like 10 or 12 years ago, him telling me, just to get to the pub, you just walk through the cow pasture and whatever. So I told him, we're walking through the cow pasture to get to the pub. And that's exactly what we did. We walked through a cow pasture, a horse pasture. It was amazing. So then we took our first train here. And then Adam picked us up. And I think the first night, did we go out the first night? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we went out to Romazina's, got some food, and then we met my brother back there.
Got some food. And your brother came in. And I'm going to tell you... his brother is just laid back as can be. He has a patience with children that I can never have. But he teaches second grade.
Yeah.
And I guess you either learn it or don't have a job, right? Yeah. So he has a good patience with him.
I haven't seen John for a while.
Yeah, wow.
And we used to be real good friend knockabout, and it's interesting because although myself and Adam are the same age, and my brother and John are the same age, sort of going back in the day, it was strange because even though myself and Adam were in school together, I would probably knock about with Adam. John quite a bit more, really. So I would sort of hang around with John, and so over the years you lose a bit of touch, and obviously it helps with myself and Adam now living relatively close to each other and stuff. But so I haven't sort of seen John, spoke to John for a while, but we
you went to university together as well.
Yeah, we were pretty tight, and it's weird because my younger brother Paul, his name's Paul, everybody calls him Sid, but Sid used to spend a bit more time with you, didn't he?
Yeah,
which is a bit weird.
Anyone wants to spend time with me is a bit weird.
And that's pretty much what I asked. Because we actually saw Sid.
Did you?
Yeah, we walked past Sid. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know, but I mean, John is laid back. I'm pretty laid back, but John is even more laid back than
reminds me of my brother. So when my brother picked us up from the airport, he goes, "Well, I lost my ticket to park, but I have a plan." And I said, "There's no doubt you have." And all he did was get down there and talk to the lady and do what he does. And next thing you know, they let us out. I mean, no doubt. So so I came here and I'm pouring at the same time. I love this too much.
Synchronized pouring.
I love it.
Need to.
No, it's good. I promise you, it's good.
It's no problem.
Well, very well.
Yeah. So so we came here, and today was a day in
Conway.
Yeah,
over to Wales.
I asked him if I come all the way over, I have to see a castle. And what he told me about Edinburgh, because we're going to go there tomorrow, was Edinburgh is not a castle-y castle.
It is not a castle-y castle, is it?
But there's a keep and there's not,
but it's not got the turrets and the arrows.
It's not the turrets,
right? It's not a castle-y castle. Right. Those are my exact words.
Warwick would be decent, but they need to pay a lot to get there.
But today I saw the most castle-y castle I was ever going to see.
Okay.
And it was amazing. Yeah. I mean, it really was. You watch Game of Thrones or wherever you see, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, this is great." Today, in my mind, I was Knight Barnett in there defending the castle from everyone. That's what I was today. Yeah, with the Vikings on my side. That's who I was, and and it's kind of funny because you think about all the souls and all the energy that has passed through that thing, and everything that's happened, good and bad. It's kind of stuff that goes through it. We don't have anything like that in the United States. There's people who have built things that look like castles, but they're not.
Yeah.
No.
Right? So it was amazing. It was an amazing adventure today.
Yeah, because Conway Castle stood there since around about 1200, so it's been there. It's been nearly 900 years for the best part of, I think, when you work out the date. And was it King Edward? Was it King Edward?
King Edward the First.
King Edward the First was the guy who built it.
Right.
Who we discovered was called the Hammer of the Scots or something like that.
That's not a name you give yourself.
No. But what it translated because I was in Rattlin, it was Scrotorum Morbalis or something like that.
Was it the hammer?
I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it that way.
No. His chambers were huge, though, so maybe.
Yeah. That's it. I was guessing if you put it in context to the current royals, then you'd be saying about Prince Andrew, it'd be Scrotum Horribilis.
No, but interesting that you go into Edinburgh tomorrow. You're going to spend a couple of days in Edinburgh.
Yes.
And it'll, you compare the Conway Castle, Edinburgh Castle, and you've got the Royal Mile going up to the castle and all of that, and there's obviously myself and Adam. We've podcasted from Edinburgh relatively recently with the disability.
September,
and so it's a lovely city. It's fantastic, but interesting if you compare Edinburgh Castle and Conway Castle, because there's probably from memory more external walls Conway maybe than Edinburgh, although when you get into the middle of Edinburgh you'll realise what I spoke to you a bit off camera about. Actually they tried to house a little bit more inside the castle just to be a little bit more self-contained and stuff. So interesting. Edinburgh is a lovely city.
It seemed like quite a bit, like you could see where the outer walls were. So it was really nice. It was good trip. It seems like I'm trying to squeeze a lot into this trip, but
and you'll go to Edinburgh, and then if you go back to London, you're going to try and squeeze a little bit of London in as well. And you've got,
10 days is hard.
And I did say if you can, and if time allows, and do one of the sort of the bus, the open top bus tours, and because that takes you around the cities, and it gives you a bit of a whistle-stop tour of all the important places, and you can hop on, hop off, so you can have a bite to eat, you can have a beer, and you can, there's various places you can go to. So, you know what, Edinburgh's a lovely place. Me and Adam have been there recently. It's fantastic. So you're going to have an absolute blast.
I mean, Gaz has been out on the sticks as well, haven't you? Visiting places that we didn't even know existed. So that's
thanks to my good mate that on the train. Depending on which story you want to listen to, leave no man behind and all of that.
But yeah, we will be paying close attention when we come into Edinburgh Waverley to make sure we get off
on the right one.
Yeah,
So you get in the train there, or you driving?
No, well, I looked at driving. I did look at driving, but I just thought no, because we recorded.
It was more about the time, right?
Yeah.
So you want to spend more time there. Yeah. 3 hours.
3 hours and 9 minutes.
Vice like 5 or 6, in a car.
So
Five hours driving, give or take, a bit more depending on traffic. If we
gotta get to the pubs.
But also, if you're on a train, have a couple of beers on the train, and
a nap.
You can have sleep, absolutely. Train is if you've got. You've got no deadline effectively, and you're not sure what you're going to do when you get there. Well, then go to the nearest bar and drink. Then that sounds like a plan.
Well, hopefully tomorrow we're going to do the whiskey tour. If we can't do it tomorrow, then we're going to book on for whatever we're there, because we're not going to miss out on that one. So, just yourself, we went up to Edinburgh Castle ourselves, didn't we, when we were last there, and they have the whiskey tour, and they take you in I think there's like a barrel ride where you sit in whiskey barrels and they take you around. But prior to that, the best part of that is
and you mentioned the word whiskey, and he's like,
I was just picturing like a barrel in the corner, and you're getting so pissed you're sat in it.
Funnily enough, the last time I was there, because the last time I went with Kim, and Kim doesn't drink whiskey, so you pay for all the whiskey tasting. She wouldn't taste any of it, so I was like, bang, and then you go to the bar afterwards. You pay for the gold or the platinum tour, which obviously we'll do, because you can get free drinks in the bar. Well, not free drinks because you prepay for it, but obviously all the drinks that Kim
had. It feels free.
Yeah, it feels free. So Kim was sat there drinking lemonade, and I was there like bang, bang, bang. I had 6 whiskeys, and then we left afterwards. They were doing free samples in the shop downstairs, and I walked outside, and the fresh air hit me. It was like,
and that's where you fill in a barrel. Why is this barrel spinning?
But that's one thing we definitely have to do. And like we say, that's right next to.
I don't care about the weather.
No,
it doesn't matter at that point.
No.
If I have to go shirtless,
I bet it'll be sunny.
We walk around. We're gonna do it.
That's it. Yeah.
Look, what you're there for? Sort of a couple of nights,
with 3 days.
So
the storms have gone now.
I hope, fingers crossed, touch wood, you're gonna get a couple of good days worth of weather. So
I don't care how cold it is, as long as it stays dry.
Yeah.
Whiskey warms you up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah, and there are some really good shops as well. And you can pick up bottles of whiskey there on the Edinburgh Mile. They're going to cost you £4,000 or £5,000. So there's some really expensive whiskey you can go and see. Now, I'm not going to pay that, obviously, because the wife will kick my ass if I pick up something like that. But honestly, yeah, and in the whiskey, I was saying to you earlier, that in the whiskey experience, there is the world's largest collection of whiskey. So yeah, you walk around. Yeah. But it's a great experience, because they will ask you when you go in what sort of flavour profiles do you enjoy. So do you like? Yeah, I like whiskey.
What sort of whiskey do? Yes.
I really have no idea.
Which one of these flavours would you pour into a beer?
Let me taste these 12, and I'll let you know.
We bought some for Amy's dad a few years back, and we went into the whiskey shop in Manchester, and they're like, "Oh, what type of whiskey do you want?" Yes.
Yes.
And at the time, I was a beginner drinker, but at the time I was like, yes.
So what do you like the smoky peaty whiskies?
I think so. I tend to like enough. Yes. I tend to like smoother stuff, but
I don't like the smoky peaty whiskey. So they are the Islay whiskies, as David from Double Trouble tells me that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, so the Islay whiskies, they are really smoky, really peaty. It's almost like you can taste the mud in your mouth, and I'm not a big fan of those.
We went to Edinburgh, myself and Jenny, and she had a whiskey. It's a really smoky. So the night before, really smoky whiskey, and I'm not a massive whiskey fan But Jenny said, "Oh, I'll try this bit of whiskey." And the following morning, the hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, it was like also like it was like a really not quite a sort of cigarette smoky smell, but it was a real smoky air, and it's like, was that from the whiskey? Literally the night before, was that it?
Yeah, it was.
And it was. There's no other reason.
It's like having an empty ashtray in the.
Yeah.
Having all that. Yeah. They are that smoky.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about this whiskey as well, by the way, dude? Because you drink some else we've not even. What did you make of that one?
It's smooth, which is not always a whiskey, but it's smooth on the front, and when it goes down your throat, it burns a little, but that's what it's supposed to do. It lets you know you're drinking a whiskey. That's a good whiskey. What's that? Proper 12?
Yeah, proper 12.
Yes.
Now, see, if you were Andy, you'd pour that into there.
Yeah, you do.
Don't do that, by the way. Don't do that, by the way. He calls it a Boilermaker.
Boilermaker, yeah.
A Boilermaker. So what you would do is you would take a beer and you would take effectively a shot of whiskey and you'll put a whiskey
But
into
I
it.
actually thought that was something we were going to do.
Yeah. Honestly.
Now, Andy, you see, Andy straight away is like, yes, I like this guy.
I'm impressed.
That's what he does.
That's actually amazing.
That's
Have
what he
you
does.
tasted it?
I haven't, but I will.
I mean, you have to do this. Look,
I'm intrigued by this.
you really can't. Right? Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Okay.
Don't get mad.
Actually, that's okay.
How many years now? I've been doing this, about 5-6 years. I've been saying, put whiskey in there.
No, I can taste.
That's all right.
I can taste the left. I can taste the left, but I can. There's just a little bit of
Back end.
after.
back end.
Smooth.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
I'm telling you.
Tell them.
Dude,
You were
all
on to
these
something the
years.
whole time.
All these years.
30, 22, I am.
That is amazing.
Well, we went to Red's Barbecue, which is where you first started drinking your Boilermakers, and we went there, and I ordered one. It was awful, but he was
You've got to
loving
have the right whiskey.
Yeah,
the right
I
and if
think
the beer, like these, are a bit coarser sort of flavour, and if you get any whiskey will do. But yeah, I was impressed by you.
These are two top shelf things. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you have the left and you have the proper, and together, it's amazing. I had heard that he did that, and I was like, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
We were gonna
I would never do that.
No, but
I've tasted it.
That was all right.
And it's not.
You'll do it now.
It's not a whiskey. It's not a horrible whiskey taste.
I'll take it all back.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Maybe it's the future.
Yeah.
Maybe all these years I've been doing wrong.
Man.
Call me
Beau's like, oh yeah, I've got to find me some left.
Yeah.
It works with surprisingly a lot of beers. That does that Lupoloid as well. The Wild Turkey whiskey and that doesn't quite work as well as this combination.
Yeah.
Wild Turkey's like raucous, though, isn't it? That gets you in the throat.
I can't get past that. I had a really bad experience, and I'm talking about it right now. My mouth is watering. I can't deal with it.
No. One of the things we've talked about today as well, because Beau, we've been chatting since 2012, 13, yeah, I sat in the car today, and it's the strangest thing, because when you obviously I know what he looks like. I've done all the research, done all the family research, and spoken to him and all that, and then chatting to someone via phone, it gives that extra little bit of distance. But to have him here, I was saying earlier, have him here sat next to me, I don't think I have processed that information yet, and I don't even know if I will on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
You won't,
No.
because it's weird. Because I know how much it means. Obviously, knowing Adam for loads of years, I know how much it means to him family-wise, and he decided to go on this journey of exploration in terms of sort of finding family and roots and all of that, and fortunate enough to come into contact with Beau and the story about how they sort of first contacted each other, and I know how much it, from a personal point of view, I know how much it means to Adam to actually make this connection and stuff, and it's weird because I sort of said to him, and we spoke about this on a previous podcast, have you ever sort of spoke to Beau? And he's like, no, we've messaged and this and that, but the podcast that we did was the first time.
It was.
Now for me, like Beau being here, and it's amazing Beau being here, but for Adam it must be like wow, like hairs on the back of your neck type thing. It's incredible that your family member here, and for all those years trying to get him over and trying to meet him, and now he's here and it's fantastic, and you've got this bond now and all of that sort of thing. So it's you won't process that. You'll take loads of memories from the week and all of that, but you won't process actually what that means to you as a person, as a family, and all of that for a while. I don't suspect, but it's amazing that Beau's here, and I've been friends with Adam for a number of years, obviously, and forever, and it's fantastic that I can be a tiny little bit a part of that exploration of his family and stuff. So I'm a bit sort of privileged and blessed and stuff to be here and stuff, but you won't process that for a while. And what it actually means to you as a
it's going to take a while.
It will take a while. Absolutely, yeah. 100%.
And it is the strangest thing. It is the strangest thing. And we were in the Horseshoe, weren't we, yesterday? And the owner came over and chatted to us. I can't remember his name, but like Matilda was sat playing with his son Mustafa, and he said he was talking to you about where you were from, and he said like, how do you know each other? It's like, well, we're cousins, and it seems a strange thing to say. Yeah. And you sort of told people, didn't you? You were coming over here and you speak to your cousin. How long has he been living over there? Well, he's always lived over there.
Yeah, he's British. Yeah. And they all just kind of looked at me and I said,
there's a story.
There's a story in there. Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of how it felt, and it's kind of like the same thing for me. But he's known 3 times as long as I have.
Yes. Yeah.
So with that, it's I could imagine the places he brought me to today. Hey, look at here. This is where I lived. Here. And I even asked him, is that where you lived when you wrote me the letter? Yeah. And that's a lot. I mean, for me, that was a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to see it from the beginning. Yeah. I kind of want to give it back to him. It would be great to be able to show him the house that our grandfather lived in. Because I own it. Yeah. Right? So that would be great. Just so he could walk in there.
I know, again, Adam spoke about this, and he's very passionate about getting over to America, trying to follow in the footsteps and visit and go to the places, and he's very passionate about not just you coming over here, but him then going over there and reciprocating and all that. So I hope I've got no doubt it will happen at some point. Genuinely, I've got no doubt, and I hope it happens sort of sooner rather than later, God willing, and all of that. But just from a friend point of view, to see, say, the journey Adam's been on of exploration, and now you're here, and it's like I'm sitting right next to you of a cousin that I never knew he had, and didn't really know he had, and you're here, and it's weird, isn't it? Does it feel weird to you? Is it?
It's mind blowing.
Weird in a nice way.
No, weird in a nice way. Yeah, it is absolutely mind blowing. Yeah, because when I first sat down and had that conversation with my grandma, and we spoke about it, and she gave me the information, and then I went and researched it, and then I found these people, and I think we said the last time you were on, it suddenly became a name in a search bar, and then a name on social media, and then a name on WhatsApp. Then all of a sudden he's on the podcast and we're talking to him, and then now to have him sat here to relate those things is mind blowing. I think you and I have talked, and I've said this is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life is to be able to do that. I see this as an achievement, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud that we sent the pictures through because we've never done a DNA test to confirm this. But as the second I sent the picture through of my dad, the picture of me and my dad in India, and you looked at it and you said, that's it.
No DNA test. My jaw dropped. And I said, this is it. Looked just like my grandfather. I mean, this is not a Jerry Springer. We don't need no test needed. So and it's great. I mean, to know that I had somebody who spent that much time and cared enough to know about it means a lot. It really means a lot. So I had to come over here. It has nothing. It's a beautiful country. It really is. Everything that I've seen has been amazing. Even my wife said that it's, believe it or not, some of the best food we've ever had.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, we
because
spoke
you're
off-
not known for that, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, but to be fair, we've had Italian and Turkish.
But it's been great.
It's been good.
And you've had fish and chips, so
We've had-
that's all good.
yeah, we've had fish and chips, yeah,
We've had fish and chips a couple times, so it's been really good. So the country's amazing, and believe it or not, I've spent a year like YouTubing, kind of the UK traditions or whatever, and I was told how people were, not social and not really nice.
Really?
But I'm going to tell you,
Wow.
it must be London. It has to be, because everything that I did was like London.
Maybe.
But everybody I met has been amazing. Like, it's the type of people that I want living in Texas.
Well, it's strange because I arrived tonight and we're at Adam's house and I sort of knocked on the door and Beau answered the door. And I was expecting Adam. I was like, hey up, sort of thing. And then, but within like 2 or 3 minutes, we were chatting, and in a way, even though I haven't, I felt as I've known Beau in a way through the podcast and through Adam and the conversations that I've known Beau for a while. I haven't. We've been on a podcast together.
That's it.
Once, and obviously through comments, but it's so easy to get on with and relatable, and it's from a friendship point of view to you, Ad, it's amazing that Beau is here and you've struck on that, and it's amazing. And I hope at some point you can go over there and Kim and family and stuff and go over there and sort of reciprocate almost, because that, I think from your point of view, not closure as such, but that would be amazing, because I know you've not chased it for a while, but that's always something that you've wanted to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I have, and to me it's really important to be able to do that, and I'd love to go to Mississippi, like you say, and visit that place. That's really important to me to do that. We've talked before. One of the journeys you'd love to make is Route 66, isn't it? And obviously, I'd like to do that as well, because you go through Oklahoma, which is where our family started.
Right.
And the ring I always wear on his finger is a $quarter that's made out of an Oklahoma quarter. Sorry. And for me, it's really, really important to do that and understand a little bit about where my family come from. And there's a little bit of the reason why we went to Wales today, because that's the other part of me. I'm half Welsh, and I'm really fiercely proud of being half Welsh. And you've seen it today, how the amount of Welsh flags that you see around the place. They're really, really
very patriotic, aren't they?
They're very patriotic. We were talking about it on the way there, weren't we?
It actually reminds me a lot of the United States.
Really?
I mean, because
the outward show of patriotism is
right. So where we live, everybody's got an American flag hanging out, and I saw one British flag today.
Yeah.
Took a picture of it, thought it was great, but everywhere we turned, at the castle, there was flags hanging up, and you could tell that they were very, very proud of their heritage.
Yeah.
And we don't have any skin in the game in the United States, but they do over here, and they love who they are. They know who they were, and it's great. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. It's two things I'm really proud of in terms of my heritage. I'm really proud of my American background. I'm really, really proud of my Welsh background. And although I was born in England, and for all intents and purposes, I am English, whether I like it or not. It's two parts of my background I'm really, really proud of. And it's important to me because it makes me who I am.
Absolutely. And you're, I suppose, coining Americanism, you're stoked as such to sort of get to know Beau and have that relationship with Beau and get that contact with Beau, and that's going to flourish, and I've got no doubt that's going to lead into various other adventures for you, Kim, and whoever else it may be.
I can't wait to take my children out.
Yeah.
Because the bond between Matilda and Chris, literally tonight, tonight I took Matilda up to bed, and literally she was screaming, I want Chris. I want to spend time with Chris.
Life,
she didn't want me, she didn't want Kim.
She'd be crawling in your bed
Have you got on with the 5 a.m. wake ups, by the way?
She was knocking on your door this morning, wasn't she?
Yeah, real light. I had no idea it was happening. My wife told me, but she would not ride with with Adam and I.
We put her in the. She
went crazy.
Yeah,
I will not ride in a car without Chris.
she was insistent. Because she was insistent. She was coming in the car with me. That's it. We're coming in the car, and then she stuck her in the car. It's like, where's Chris? Well, she's in Kim's car. Just more room now.
We need to swap.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
She went crazy.
We were offensive to her.
But that.
They say to take Frozen CD.
Well, I did say I was going to put some country and western.
You didn't sing, did you?
Yeah,
I did not sing. No, it's worse for you, I'm afraid. So my phone just connected and it automatically started playing
Morrissey.
So we had Morrissey all the way to Conway and all the way back.
Please tell me you don't like Morrissey.
No.
Just say you're allowed to say no.
I yawned a bit.
You are allowed to. You won't offend him. Well, you might offend him, but I don't care.
No. What did I tell you about Morrissey?
He's morose.
He's a lyricist.
He is a lyricist.
He really puts it together with words. But I showed him last night some Texas country on YouTube, and it was the same thing.
They do an equally good job, but a slightly more upbeat.
Well, no,
he's theatrical, is what I said, right?
It was.
But if he ate meat, he'd go up in level.
Oh, he's a vegetarian?
Oh, yeah.
We have a problem.
You see,
Sorry,
I'm
Adam.
glad you said that, because for years I've been saying, I'm not a massive Morrissey fan, and Adam's been for years trying to convince me otherwise, and I'm like, I really don't. I don't understand him, and I don't understand, but I was really hoping you said, I really like him.
I've really grown to Morrissey.
Oh, you're kidding, Andy? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I think the biggest meat eater out.
I know, yeah.
No, I think he needs to man up and eat some meat. That's
a strap line, by the way. That's a strap line
we use. That's the line.
Like Bowie and all them. They just have that aura about them. And when you hear a song, it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know ahead of the time.
I get that.
It's just got that something about it.
I get there are certain people on the radio, and whether it's you stream it or listen to the radio, whatever. There are voices that you hear, and you instantly know exactly who it is. And I suppose I get.
But then this is the weird thing. As a UK-based thing, you realise how insular you are, because you put some Texas artists on, and they weren't known outside of Texas. But some of them, they had 32 million views on YouTube.
Wow!
Just from Texas.
Wow!
Yeah.
And that's mind blowing. I've put it on. I was like, that's 32 million views.
Right.
That's not a local artist. That's a national thing.
Yeah.
But the Texas is like the UK.
Texas is like
three UKs in Texas. Yeah, it is that big.
Yeah, I think 30 million in Texas, 38 million, something like that. Yeah. But either way, I love Texas because of what it is and because of how they feel about themselves. They really just want to be left alone. Don't mess with my money. Let me do my stuff by myself. Same way with a lot of the southern states, Oklahoma. Same way Mississippi, Louisiana. They're all the same way, But when we were up there today, I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I really did.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And Wales.
I didn't read one thing on a plaque that wasn't talking about their independence.
Oh yeah.
They really
fiercely
really,
Well, do you take a look at the language as well? Where they've got no vowels. It's just like L's and
the Welsh language is a difficult one. It is a difficult one. But you said, didn't you? It's like every plaque you read is like, wow, they really don't like the English.
And they don't hide it.
Yeah, they don't hide it. That's true. Yeah. We don't like them, and we're not afraid to show that actually either.
Because
you see the similarities with the US, where England was literally like counties. So where the US was all these individual states, England was the same. It was all like broken up. So you had like the southeast was like English, northeast was like Vikings, Scandinavian, all this stuff.
Yeah.
You got Wales, you got Scotland. In Cornwall's got its own language. You say similar. Well, Gaelic, I suppose. Welsh, Scottish.
Cornish, you've got your Cornish, Gaelic, Irish, Scottish. You've probably got your English, but that is probably some sort of weird from Romans. you know, I don't know.
Well, it's a mix of a lot of words.
You know, there's
bits of
but
French,
you would have very
bits of
Celtic
Roman,
languages and Celtic regions.
And it's taken someone to bring it all together.
Yeah.
It just happens in English. But, but that's...
Well, one of the things we were talking about in the car back is obviously you listen to Americans and the different accents they have, and America's a vast country, but then in England it's such a small place, and the difference in dialects. I tried to do it. I couldn't do a Scouse accent. Actually, I was trying to do it on the way back, and I couldn't do it. Your mum was Scouse, so maybe you can do it a little bit before us.
Mum's side of the family.
Try to bring some.
So mum's side of the family came from the world, and plastic Scousers. So what do you want me to say? Don't know. Give me
Scouse.
Chicken tikka and a can of Coke.
So, hey, give me chicken tikka and a can of Coke.
That's it.
Give me chicken tikka and a can of Coke. I don't mind, mate. Give me chicken tikka and a can of Coke.
I wasn't spatting enough.
So there you go. So that's my Scouse accent. Sorry, sorry, Amy, if you're listening.
Text messages.
Sorry.
But it's true though. The different in the accents in the UK is vast for such a small country.
Because you look at America, you look at Texas is, in my mind,
huge
my
compared to where we
rudimentary
are,
knowledge of America is it's quite a big state, and
was that right, Amy?
So you look at Texas, massive state. The UK could probably fit in Texas. I don't know whether it can or not, but
several times.
I think
and actually the amount of dialects that we have in the UK compared to what you would class in, you wouldn't. I don't know. You won't have a northern, an eastern, a southern, a western Texan.
No.
You are just Texan.
Right.
Whereas the UK that can fit within there, you've got loads of dialects.
The US is blown up in it, whereas the UK's small, but you got the counties, whereas the US is states. I suppose.
When you think about how much bigger the states is than the UK.
Oh yeah, that's
and yet there's only 365 million people living in the US.
Close to 400 million.
I
mean that's a lot. But I can tell when someone's from Boston, or New York. Not so much California; they just don't have an accent. But I can tell like those. And the really, really southern ones, believe it or not, are like in the Carolinas.
Carolinas, Louisiana,
somewhere around there.
Louisiana is completely different.
Yeah,
they have like a draw, but they really have this thick French.
It's like a southern. We always in the UK we would say it's a southern drawl.
Louisiana,
Yeah, that's what we were saying. It's a southern drawl.
No. And that's it. But like I said, I was saying we're going up to Scotland, and the people in like the real north of Scotland, I can't understand a word they said. No. When we got in contact with David and Scott, I was hoping like they aren't too northern Scotland. It's like they'll say something like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm going to say that again." I can't understand it. It's such a strong. Yeah, it's such a strong. It's quite an aggressive accent, isn't it? The Northern Scotland. It's the same with the Irish accents, though. The Republic of Ireland, now is Lilton, and you can listen to it all day, every day. But Northern Irish accents, it sounds aggressive. They could be wishing you have a lovely day. It sounds like they're threatening you.
What did I say about the lady crossing the street? I said. Today. So somebody was crossing the street, a little lady, sweet. Her face said "piss off," but she waved at her.
What was it you were saying? There was a guy that was waiting in the queue,
right?
Tell that story.
So Beau, obviously,
half of that's my hearing.
So obviously in America they call it a line,
right?
And in the UK we call it a queue. So I don't know whether you want to take this story over, Beau, but we were talking pre-recording and slightly misheard what the guy said.
So he walked in and he hit me with the door, number one, which was telling me to get out of the way. And then he said, I thought he said, F you. But what he said was, is this the line for the queue? No, is this the queue?
Is this the queue?
Yeah.
And I just looked at him and said, yeah. But I heard F
Beau's
you.
ready to fight, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna let you just take me down like that. I mean, yeah, we're all gonna go down if we have to go down. It'll be a story down the road. But I thought he said F you.
But that's the other thing, dude. I have to tell you, the jacket he wore today, it was a police jacket. So if you've watched American cop TV shows, which we all have, it's one of those ones you pull the badge out, you lift up the back, and it says police on the back. But he'd taken all that stuff out. I was like, dude, you need to leave that in.
He said you would leave it in. I said, I don't know how many whiskeys it would have took for me to pull them out.
I want to see it. But we the takeaway last night, God bless him, he paid for it. But then he pulls his wallet out, and it's like, is that your police badge? Can I see it? Yeah, can I see it?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, not to have zero jurisdiction in England.
No.
But I figured if I got in any trouble and they saw that, it'd be like, he's probably not just a bad guy.
Yeah.
He had a bad night.
But this is the thing. In the UK, we've all watched American TV, so we know what that kind of stuff looks like. So when you see that up close and personal,
Right.
it's amazing. Sorry, dude.
There you go. Did you read them?
I liked it.
He was good with it right here.
Yeah, that's random.
Right in front of the face.
But honestly, it was amazing. That blew me away. That is just to look at that, because I've seen it 100 times on TJ Hooker.
Let me in.
William Shatner was.
Yeah,
William Shatner.
William Shatner, Adrian Zmed, and
Yeah.
Watley.
Did he go into space?
He was the guy who went
he
to
did.
space.
Oldest guy into space.
Yeah, he was the oldest guy going to space.
Yeah.
He went. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, actually.
Sorry, spurious.
No, but that's really amazing.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, weren't we? Because he now lives in Texas, doesn't he? He
does.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk moved to Texas. He is pretty Texan right now. He is. When he tweets something, it's pretty hard on somebody. He really is. I think they're based in Austin. Tesla is based in Austin now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives in a little container or something, doesn't he? It was like $30,000 or something.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to say, like, you don't need a mansion, you can just live in this.
Yeah.
But there was a question.
Well, that could be because he's split with his wife.
Yeah. I don't really know that much. I promise. There was a question on. I can't remember what it was, and it said, "How did Elon Musk earn his first 100 million?" And it was by selling, and actually he sold PayPal. I didn't know PayPal.
Yeah,
I didn't realise
he
Elon
owned
Musk.
PayPal.
Is that right?
He sold
creators.
PayPal
Yeah.
for 100 million, or he made his first 100 million from selling that. And it was the question was like Instagram, PayPal, something, and the answer was PayPal. I was like,
That's crazy, right?
I didn't
Three
know
of them, I think it was. And his family are South African, like gold miners or diamond miners or something like that. So he's wealthy anyway before that, but he is an incredible like genius or thing.
Right.
For the PayPal, like
and he
I
sold it.
PayPal all
And
the time, like, it's
whether he used that
Yeah.
money to invest in Tesla or whatever, but
That's incredible. I
I didn't know that. Obviously PayPal's around now, but I didn't realise that.
No.
And there was Instagram, and then somebody said, "Is that the part of the Facebook family?" Or
Yeah,
it is
Yeah,
now, but it
it's,
wasn't. It
no,
never
it
used to be.
wasn't,
They
yeah.
bought them.
yeah. So and whoever the contestants were, I don't know who it was, and they were like, "Well, I'm sure that was that," and I think they got it right. And I mean, I didn't know. I was like, "Oh, fair play," but yeah, he was PayPal. I didn't realise that was Elon Musk.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I think the other two people just retired. Like they made their.
They're probably
100 million,
yeah.
like,
Oh, thanks very much.
Well,
yeah.
that's the
But,
question.
at what point would you carry on?
Well, that's my question. That guy is worth an incredible amount of money. He even likes Bill Gates and people like think of him what you will. At what point do you think
I've got enough now.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't need to know anymore.
208 billion is not enough. That's why
I've got enough. My family have got enough. My kids, grandkids, great
Jeff
grandkids,
Bezos.
great grandkids. I've got enough now.
It's
Why
from
do you just not
for
go?
generations?
You know what? I'm good. But are they the type of people that they're driven? That they've not empty lives or stuff, but they need something to keep them going.
If you imagine a world without 1 billionaire, say Elon Musk wasn't around in a minute, Bezos wouldn't be as rich as what he was. He'd stop lower, I think.
Do you think?
I think he wouldn't have tried as hard.
It's clear,
do
it's competition.
you think it's the competition?
Because it's them two, isn't it? So it's
Musk has gone there, so Bezos goes there, and then and
well,
they
done it because Bezos has got the space stuff and
but
Tesla
surely
for
you get to a point where you think, I'll just I don't need the hassle, whether or not Bezos and Elon Musk get the hassle of the day-to-day. She said this and he said this. You know, they're obviously so removed from that. But at some point you've got to get, like, I've got enough now. I'll check out, thanks very much, tick. And I've got my...
I think some people's
2 billion or 50 billion.
It's in his head, though. It's not about the money with him. It's about making advancements.
Hey, do you think, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so do you think it's
that way.
Forget the fact that I earn so much money. It's the advancement of the human race or the space race, or do you think it's that goal that he's got in his mind that's the driving force?
Musk went to, like, was it Australia and maybe Colombia? He said, I could power your whole country on solar panel.
Right.
And they said to him, like, oh, if you could do it in so many years, he says, well, yeah, I'll do that in that year. You got to give me X amount. And he built this massive solar farm that was like miles wide, and all these like batteries and stuff like that. And he powered the whole country. I'm sure it was Colombia or somewhere. He powered them for a year just purely on solar panel.
Wow.
I'm sure, like, he said that to Australia that he could do that as well. And he's just like, he wants to advance, like electric cars and like Tesla are miles ahead of everyone else.
We were talking about that today,
like 10 years, haven't they?
And I suppose that so is that the drive in him as a person to advance technology, the human race, being all grandeur and all that, but to me it'd be like, well, I've earned me 6 billion or whatever he's earned, or 10 billion or whatever. I've got enough now. You know what I mean?
If I had a couple of million in the bank, I don't think I'd have.
If I'm in the lottery, I forget that. I'm happy days. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, we've not had that wealth that he's had, though. Has he? Once you've had that taste of that, it's like, do you want more?
Do you think that?
I don't think I could be bothered.
Do you think it's a drug? Do you think it's I've got that and I've earned $1 million, so now I want to earn 10 million. And when I've earned 10, I want to earn 100.
Yeah.
And when I've earned 100, I want to earn Do you think there's that?
There's not in me. I would just be happy.
If you want to name your company after a guy who, in the
Morrison.
early, like Nikola Tesla.
Okay,
all the advancements he did in technology and didn't patent them on because he wanted everyone to have that technology. I think he wants to compete against that. He wants to be like one of the. His name known throughout time.
So you think he wants to be one of the 4 founders of?
I think it.
Tim Berners-Lee, World Wide Web or whatever. So he wants to be Elon Musk. Oh, he was one of the 4th of electric, whatever it may be.
Nikola Tesla did alternating currents.
Yeah.
Everyone using the house now.
Right.
So when DC was the common thing, he went, well, why don't we use AC, which is more powerful, but it's volatile.
Yeah.
And he didn't patent it. He just says, oh, I want everyone to use it.
Right.
And everyone else is like, oh no, you can't do that. And look at now, he died as a pauper.
But had he
if he's handy,
he'd have been
a millionaire.
The guy who invented the seatbelt, the guy who invented the 3-point seatbelt, worked for Volvo? Yeah. And he invented it, and he recognised this is going to save lives.
Yeah.
And rather than making any money off this, I'm just not going to make any money. I'm not going to patent it. So everybody can use it for free, and it's going to save lives rather than me getting rich off of it. Because if I make money off of it, then people aren't going to use it.
That's advancement. That's a unique.
Yeah,
that's altruistic. Human race as opposed to that's. I don't know. I could do that.
That's a lot.
I don't know. I could do that.
The guy who invented the umbrella that goes on a margarita hasn't worked since.
Ladies and gents.
Yeah, that's somebody had the right idea. Is that true? Yeah.
I have no idea, but it's probably true.
When you went like that, I thought, oh, the guy that invented the cat's eyes. That's what I thought you were going to go, innit?
The guy who invented the cat's eyes is British.
Yeah. I saw a sign today that said, "We are probably the best fish and chips." Probably, yeah. But there's probably a million of those signs. And it was in the old Carl's thing. We're probably the best lager because they can't say they are, but they're probably.
Carlsberg is not a good beer.
But they're probably.
However, their elephant beer.
That's okay.
That's another beer we need to get hold of. You can't get in the UK. That's another beer. We used to have it when we were young.
Where's that place you went to? And we went to an elephant bin. They actually had elephant moulded on the bar. Where was that? Was it Newcastle? Was it Newcastle?
It was from Newcastle, yeah.
No, it was on the bar, and they had like elephant figures. Effectively, like they had the bar, and they had elephant figures like moulded into the bar.
No.
It was no.
Because if you go to the Carlsberg Brewery in Copenhagen, they have two huge elephants.
Yeah.
You're propping up the door on the way in. Not real elephants, obviously. But, so you go, and that's why they call it elephant beer. It's 7.2%, and it's
good, yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah,
well, that's the thing. It's high percentage. That's what makes it good.
That's it.
Well, I can't.
You don't need to add whiskey to it.
I can't believe you said 7% is high because that's just middle of the road.
Compared to Carlin's 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah.
Hooligan Supers, it was named.
Yeah.
So we're getting close to the hour mark here. So I do think we need to maybe test this tequila.
Okay, I'm good for that.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Do we have enough glasses?
I don't know if we do have enough glasses.
I get mine.
Yeah,
Are you right with that one? Yeah.
I'll take it.
So this should be interesting. So this is.
So you got one there. You got one there.
Yeah.
I have one here.
Have you got?
Oh, we're missing one.
If you're okay using that one,
Yeah, we'll just throw it in there.
Oh, the Tiddy and Shiner one.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll have the
Yeah, I get that one.
Tiddy and the Shiner one. There you go.
There's 3 of those glasses in existence, and the other 2 are in Oklahoma.
Well, there you go. So
That's interesting.
Is it good?
Interesting or good?
It's more delicate than I was expecting.
interesting. Oh no!
I'm not going to tell you what it smells like.
I'm going to wait until it's in the glass.
Okay.
What is it? You want to
wait, yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me make sure that's okay.
So this is so you need to explain what this is and where this is from and.
All right. Yep. I think I did it at the beginning. No, I burped.
We're allowed to do that.
Yeah, we are. It's that whiskey and beer. It was amazing.
I never thought I'd be converted.
Hold on. He's a Viking.
I've told him.
Absolutely. He is a Viking. More than any of us put together. So
I just had a sniff of it.
Yeah.
But you recognise it though. He said like we were in the car earlier. He said, so like I'm going to grade you 3 on how I think you can drink. So Andy's top of the class. It's like yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I graded him.
Yeah. You're next. I'm way at the bottom.
Pro Bowl NFL, right? Right? Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
I had him at like maybe NFL, but just the kicker.
Yeah, I'm more XFL.
Maybe. I'm happy at college ball.
And he, but you do drink pretty good. So I had you at college level, probably D1, like a really good college.
College ball fine for me.
Yeah. Maybe like a Texas A&M.
I would have said Pee Wee football.
No, that's me.
The thing is though, to get your wings, you got to have like a Boilermaker.
Yeah.
And when you poured that in there, like a little tear came to me.
But even this morning though, he got up and he said, I
Boilermaker.
don't feel pretty good. And I went, I feel great. As an American, I feel great.
Well, not this morning, but the Monday before. That was rough, dude.
Where have you been?
Just here, just drinking whiskey and beer. I was rough. I woke up. I
don't remember the last time. I'm sure you drank a lot. I don't remember the last time I was at home, stroke here, and had so much. The following day,
I can see how much weight you've lost just since you've done your shoulder. You look different.
Really?
You look different to me. You look different.
Yeah, you need to make up for it now.
Yeah. We'll get your Boilermaker.
Dead calories.
So do you want to test this bad boy out?
Oh.
Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Oh.
Cheers. Thank you.
That's not bad.
That's better than normal tequila.
It's actually pretty good, right?
That is really pretty good.
I can taste it. Should we have another one?
Yeah, do it. Pour them. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's all right.
I can take that.
That's good.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
It's still got it. Yeah, that's nice.
I feel better now. I just read it's gluten free. I feel better.
That's the other thing. You will be proud of me. I have been. Like when he arrived here, and I was like, no, I can't have you here and me be vegetarian. So I've been. This is my week off vegetarianism. I'm enjoying my meat this week. That sounds like a very gay thing today.
I make a joke about meat. It's not. A few years back, it would be my main.
You can definitely.
If I think about tea, it's got to be
Definitely.
meat.
Yeah,
But no, not
Taste
that.
that.
that's it.
Yeah, you are. You are meat at every opportunity. Meat and whiskey. And that's
But the thing is, I'm sort of like learning like all these rubs. Like I'm in Flavour Town now, and I saw all them there. And I was like, ooh, that's gonna be like
Yeah.
about the end of the month's worth of
that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Because Beau's brought a load of like rubs over, so Johnny Samo, God bless you for sending us that reload rub out, and
That's changed my life.
Yeah, but this, it has.
But that will as
this
well.
is the chupacabra that he brought with him,
Well,
and and we know Tilly and Shana use chupacabra, and I tasted this today, and I said I let Kim take a little nip of it, and oh my God, this is next level. This is next level. It's something else. It is something else. Yeah, I can't. I
That's my favorite. When I do it, I had a winning Texas barbecue master tell me just use that. That's it. I'm a brisket, and I do it.
do you do a lot of smokes yourself? Or?
I do.
You do.
I do.
You've been telling me like.
I do a little bit, but I haven't mastered the wood smoking. I do pellet smoking, but I'm going to get into the wood smoking. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But you can't go wrong with the chupacabra.
No,
Yeah.
it's next level. So we've got the chupacabra that he brought over, and then we've also got the what's this one? So this
Seasoned meat tenderizer.
tenderizer.
It's very light, but it's great on everything. And then we have which one's that one?
Well, so we got the
Uncle Chris's.
Yeah.
All that's made in San Antonio. Yeah, right there, Uncle Chris's.
And
And
then,
then the Tony Sester's.
Yeah, I'm
Creole.
So this is the spicy one.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Creole.
looking forward to trying
Yeah.
that. We
I'm looking forward to trying that one.
very good.
Go on, dude.
Gander.
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
I quite like spicy.
I like
Yeah.
spicy. I like spicy food.
So I think
Very
that's-
good.
If you're not crying, it's not stress.
Well, funnily enough, we introduced you to Indian
Yeah.
curry, didn't we? So the
Yeah.
first night he was here when John and Ben came
On
over. So,
fire.
And,
I was
yeah.
on fire.
so obviously
Yeah.
Ben shares a birthday with him. So my
Yeah?
yeah. So that's pretty-
What curry did you have? What was
You
it?
got the Latifs.
we have
Yes,
Latifs, of
yeah.
course,
Yeah.
Latifs. Yeah. God bless
Yeah.
you.
In Indian curry is like you'll go one place and you'll have a jalfrezi and it's like mild.
Yeah.
You go somewhere else and it's like whew, like the sweat.
Yeah.
This said mild.
Oh,
and
you-
it was.
so you had
I was
the-
on fire.
Yeah, you had the
Really?
South, you had the South Indian, which it is a
Oh, it's
spicy
a nice
one. Yeah,
size.
it's a spicy one, but
Nice
it's-
size.
yeah.
But so some places you'll have a madras, and you think, yeah, okay, yeah. Somewhere else,
You're breathing.
I literally, you just like, oh my God, I can't, like, and I'm not a massive, I don't mind spice, but I'm not a massive curry fan where you eat it and it's like, I actually can't taste it because it's so hot.
Yeah.
So I'm not into the falls and anything like that.
Oh
but
yeah, we talked about that when John had the fall, didn't we?
it's just like, yeah, not into that. But depending on where you go, depends on actually, is it a madras or is it a jalfrezi type? You know, because I would eat a madras, but there's other places I'll go to and have a madras is like way too hot for me. Like way too hot.
That's a lot of Indian restaurants where they're localised to different towns.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
they'll do different spices in different towns.
Yeah.
So for me, like a jalfrezi is decent. That's okay. I'm happy with that. The odd occasion I'll have a madras, but then you go to quite a lot of other places in madras. It's too hot, and you end up eating it. It's just like
Well,
I can't eat it because I'm
Just thinking
concentrating.
of the Latifs. Every time we've done it, we'll go to another bar. Or we'll drink delirium. We'll be pretty tipsy.
Yeah.
We'll stumble into Latifs, and it'll be a mild curry, and you're sweating like.
yeah.
But then you're like, you're being.
Yeah, but then I generally will walk past the window that way.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And then about 5 minutes later, I'll walk past the window that way. And these guys are still there.
Listen, I've told him the full story about the trail, that we followed on the way down here. Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel now.
Well, that time we went to the tea. I think you left. We had another beer or two, We went to another
No, beer,
bar.
just say beer. Don't say beer or
No,
two.
no, beer,
Just
yeah.
say beer. Thanks very
Beer.
much. Yeah, thanks.
Went to the next bar, and I think you were still walking back.
Couldn't make me mind which was the quickest way forward.
Determined to get his steps up. Oh, that was quality. So we're around about the hour mark, so I think this is about where we call time.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
Shall we
so-
have just one more, just to say?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you all.
Yeah. This, like I was saying to Beau earlier, like we've done podcasts with people from America. We've done, with the people that we didn't know, and from Pub Time Podcast, great guys. Tinny and China, great guys. And we are designated quiz, happy hour and designated quiz are absolutely fantastic. But to have someone come all the way from the States,
Brilliant,
and sit here is a whole unique experience.
Different experience.
And
it's been amazing.
Yeah, I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it. And yeah, this is one of the things, that we
Love it.
I'm not down with that.
I love that guy.
As I'm a sixth one.
I love it.
Yeah, but it's been a unique experience. It's been
amazing.
Yeah,
it's been amazing
absolutely.
just from a different take, from a different point of view. The journey to get Beau where he is now, the experience that he's had with you.
I feel like we've all been mates for like years.
Yeah,
well, that's it.
I feel like it, right?
This is our second time. Isn't it?
I've literally said that to Beau. I said I've spoken to you via podcast once, and you answered the door to Adam's house tonight.
If
and
we
I feel-
don't send you home with some left.
And I feel as though we've
Well,
We've known
I
each other for
brought in
ages.
some Welsh whiskey today, so Pandaren is
Yeah.
great whiskey. Yeah,
But you got the packaging already.
I said we need to fill up those bubble wraps. But that's the thing. It's a whole unique experience. I just feel this is one of those stories that is worth sharing as well as it's worth experiencing. For me, it's mind blowing. When I sat down with my nan and we first talked about it, I never expected it to go anywhere.
Yeah,
because I thought she's going to give us the information and I'm never going to find out. I'm never going to find out where it's going to lead. And then, she gave me your uncle's name, and it's a unique name, Crystal.
Yeah.
It's a very strange name for a guy, and to be able to find it and track it down, and it made it easier to find.
I remember when you first on the podcast, you first told a story about how you went through it, and then Beau, you received a letter and you read the letter, and then that made you almost quite do a double take. You were like, oh wow, okay, and certain things that happened to you, and you related them to the letter, and how the whole thing just morphed into this actually could be real, and this could be happening, and now a number of years on, what did you say, 2013, 14, whatever it may be, so we're now 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years down the line, and to have Beau here, I mean, I'm like, I'm a good mate of yours, and what it must be for you is amazing.
I can't get my it is. And I can't get my head around it. I said to you in the car on the way home today. You're sat there in the car next to me. Right. I cannot get my head around this.
He said that 4 or 5 times, and the one thing I thought of is.
Look at the road, please.
As the
I'm not that bad a driver.
He's crying into boots all like this.
You're right. When he says it, he says it.
He is. I told you. He's accurate.
So the one thing I thought was the whole world tries to figure out how they are different. Yeah. But I have seen so much how we are together.
Yeah.
Mm. Like seriously. Yeah. You think about the person who just walked past you, may never walk past you again. Probably not.
No.
Right? But the world is really together.
Yeah.
It really is. And as long as we all think about that and respect it, I think we're all going to get along. Yeah, and that's absolutely. It doesn't matter. It takes too much. It takes too much to hate.
Yeah.
Right?
Amen to that.
It takes a lot to hate. So I appreciate it. Thank you. I've slurred through half of this. I'm not done.
No, I'm not done.
We're not done. There's a hot tub.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And we don't need swimwear.
I'm next door. I can go grab some. It's fine.
Birthday suit, please. Close us out.
Absolutely. So that's it. That's it for Talk Radio for this episode. And for me, it's been an absolute. I can't tell you what it means to me. It's a special episode for me. So I'm going to say their goodbyes first.
Yeah, I've said it in the podcast. I've known you for a number of years. I'd like so many. We're very good friends. What this means to you, I genuinely don't think will hit home until perhaps it's happened and it's gone and you reflect on it. I'm absolutely humbled to, in a way, be part of it. It's been amazing. So, Gaz out.
Awesome. Andy?
I love it.
I can't top Gaz out, but we're all here, we're all in a room, we're going to have a few beers. There might be a little bloopers reel afterwards. We're all pissed. But,
Nobody's broke a chair.
in the face.
Yet.
Dude.
All I could say is whiskey helps.
Oh, we never even talked about this shit.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
Thank
do
you
that
very
as an
much.
outtake.
I appreciate everything.
And that's it for Talk Ready for tonight. And this has been a very, very unique experience, and I hope it's someday we can repeat it from Texas.
Yeah, 100%.
It'd be great.
Hey.
Was that
Take care.
All right. Cheers.